What if we kick out every club out of the English divisions and then you go on a journey? You see a nation like Germany with Bayern Munich, Italy with Inter, Spain with Barcelona, and France with PSG. And at that moment you realize this is kinda boring. I do not care for these top 5 divisions right now. So you go out to Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and all the rest of the world with their great clubs and great fan bases and put them all into the top 4 divisions in England. League 2 is mostly filled with 3-star teams. League 1 ranges from 3 to 3.5. The Championship is 3.5 stars all around. And the Premier League has a bunch of 4-star or 4.5-star teams involved right here. And of course, I myself have to decide which team I'm picking. It is going to be EFL League 2. And you and I, my friends, are about to go ahead and spin a wheel with all these teams on it. And whoever it lands on is the team that we take over with this massive project. This is an absolutely massive moment because it took me basically an hour to put all these teams into the English divisions. So all of that work for this right here. Who is it going to be? Which team are we taking over, my friends? We're starting this rebuild with... No way. Rapid Wien. That's actually madness because I used to live in Vienna and Rapid was the squad that I kind of felt attached with at the time. So the fact that we just got that, it's a sign. They're coming in with their iconic green and white shirts. And the away kit is not too bad either. 32 domestic league titles, 14 domestic cups. And now we're gonna take over the world. And this right here is the squad of Rapid Wien. Mbouye up top. Oh, Antis is part of this squad. A player that I actually have used previously and absolutely loved. So that's gonna be fun. We have Dahl on the left midfield. We have Wurmbrandt on the right-hand side. He's 19 years old. Could be a good one for us. Midfielders are looking solid too. Amman coming in with 3 play styles. Ivory Coast. Dude. They have some decent... Look at this guy. Look at those play... Okay, man. I'm impressed. Rapid Wien. Oh, Hedel is still there. All right, lads. We're going to make the best of this squad immediately. Hopefully, by the end of this rebuild, maybe some of these players will survive. That would be amazing. But obviously, we're starting in League 2. I made sure to track EFL League 1 and also the Championship. And on top of it, the Premier League. The way we're going to make transfers in this rebuild is we can only bring players in that are now part of English football. So every single one, starting from the Premier League down to EFL League 2 as well, we have access to. But that also means we cannot buy any player from the top 5 leagues. No Barcelona talents, no great talents from the Serie A. All of that is impossible. Only those teams that are here, hence why I turned on deeper simulation, so I can keep track of who is doing well. Talking about purchases, we have 6.5 million to start off with. But after signing all the best coaches, we only have about 4.2 left. So now I had to make a couple of sales. Seidel, Kara, Bischoff, Schaub, Grigic, Gatla, Borgate, all are gone now. Taking our budget up to about 11 million, my friends. And that is a good budget in EFL League 2. And so it begins. The first signing is walking into the club, my friends. It is a fullback from Lech Poznan, a Polish team, if I'm not mistaken. Janis Horn, plus 900k to bring in a new left back at the rating of 67, which is initially a downgrade, but he's 19 years old. He's 6 foot tall, has some good stats on him. I'm really looking forward to make these signings and probably use a bunch of players that I normally would never use, hence why I'm so excited about recording this video. This is a right back now walking in, and I'm telling you, I freaking love the Korean League, and this is J1 now joining into our team. Could be a K-pop model as well, to be honest. The lad looks decent, doesn't he? He walks in now at a rating of 71, my friends. Wang Jae-won, 22 years old, 79 pace on him with 80 physicality, 5'11", and 3 very good play styles. So we're talking about a big signing right here. I think we are upgrading our defense really nicely. The goalkeeper, though, luckily, I don't have to change anything, so I love that. What I need to fix, though, is that left midfield position. Dal, you might be young and talented, but I need more. I am up against some massive teams. I found myself a talent over in Argentina, my friends. This is Tobio Burgos now joining into our team. I'm mad excited, honestly. I can't wait to actually use this team. 2.9 million I spent on this one, and he's going to take over that left midfield position with a +6 upgrade. 20 years old, 83 pace on him, decent dribbling, and the dead ball play style. I kind of like. If we can get him to a 90 plus, he would be someone with a dead ball specialist on him. So maybe the boy could finally score an actual free kick. Sadly, I just found out that Antist is only loaned in from Serie A side Sassuolo, which means we cannot actually sign him on a permanent deal because he is from one of the top 5 leagues. So actually have to find a new striker. From Uruguay, we are signing a striker, and this is a big one, my friends. Antista, I'm sorry, but you will be replaced by Matias Arezzo. 3.35 million from Peñarol. He's now joining into our squad at a rating of 71. Antist, sorry again. He comes in 22 years old, 5'9", not a lot of pace, but he does have the finesse shot and the technical. So if we can work on his pace, we can turn Arezzo into the next Darwin Núñez. Or Forlan, whatever you want. Now, I wanted to test my team against one of the strongest in the league. It is Al-Shabaab from Saudi. Let's see if we can compete. And well, it all started with the center attacking midfielder from Norway finding Arezzo, and he hits the post. But we still had the ball, and Gulliksen gets a chance and misses too. But I'm going to tell you right now, this team felt special. Down the right, Wurmbrandt, great cross, and there comes Arezzo, scoring our first ever goal in the gameplay sessions with this team, which we're going to have plenty of them. Lads, right here, our opponents do come through, and that's a ridiculous goal, you know? That's a beautiful goal, but it didn't stop me from going after another one. 91st minute. Ref should have blown the whistle. Arezzo fights off a bigger man and manages to squeeze it past the goalkeeper. That is a 2-1 victory against our first opponents with this team. But despite beating one of the strongest teams in the league with some top players, as you've seen, Carrasco, Brownhill and stuff, we finished in a 12th position with 65 points. All the way up top, we're going to see Brøndby, LA Galaxy and Al-Shabaab go up a division. We need to work on ourselves to get there too. In terms of our team, we're looking at some really nice growth. Arezzo has gone up to a 76. Gulliksen has gone up to a 75. Burgos 75 as well. Wurmbrandt surpassed it too. So everyone is above the 70 at this point, which is beautiful. Our goalkeeper has gone up to a 75. I think if we can make the right decisions in this upcoming transfer window, we could at least fight for promotion through playoffs. Having said that, our attacking midfielder was our best performer this season, and he's only 22, so there's a good chance we can build this guy up. I was given about 8.6 million in our new season, so I'm going for a new centre-back, my friends. This is Ajete, who is joining us from Basel in Switzerland, and that is all I can buy. Yeah, he's worth 6 million. At least that's what we paid for him. I think he's like worth 5.5 or whatever. But he comes in at a 73 rating. Why did I do that? Because Svetkovic, our centre-back here, is 30 years old. Yes, he's a decent player, don't get me wrong. But I need to build for the future. So Ajete now comes in at the age of 22. He is 6'2" and has the long ball pass as well, which means we can play some good long balls out of our defense into the attack. But then again, we don't necessarily have the tallest striker, so we'll see if we ever use that. But generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with this team. I think this team by itself can go ahead and challenge for promotion anyways. Well, I just sold Tilio, Radulovic, Cvetkovic, and many more to take my budget back up to 13.7 million. I'm signing a new left back, lads. The one we got earlier didn't grow enough, and he's the lowest rated player in our team. I'm getting myself Simon Hrgovic. Now, it does say he's coming in from Real Sociedad, but actually, he's a player from Hajduk Split, which is a Croatian side. So ignore that. I'm always going for the players that actually in real life play in these leagues. So just a heads up. But this guy comes in at a 73 rating right now. He's going to take over Gurgul's position. What a name, by the way, Gurgul. Anyways, he comes in now with 84 pace, decent stats all around, 5'8", and no playstyles, which is okay. I think that is a necessary upgrade for our defense. Now, having said that, I don't like having players in my team that don't have a face. I'm sorry, NZ, but because the mods are not that far yet that I can give you an actual face, I sadly have to get rid of you. And the next one is a CDM, my friends. A player from NEC Nijmegen over in the Eredivisie. We're signing him for NZ plus 1.3 million, which is over 5 million in total value. But he comes in as a CDM who can also play as a left midfielder, which kind of tells me he probably has some offensive qualities. And yes, he does. He does have 77 dribbling. But 5'9", not necessarily the tallest, most physical player. But I just love having Japanese players in my team. Same thing that goes for Korean players. So I like to keep this squad somewhat diverse, as you can tell. But this is a great player for us. Now we're going to be facing Salzburg in our second season, testing ourselves as a stronger team. And well, it started off nicely. Gullikson, beautiful skill move. Leaves the defender in the dust, and I'm telling you, that is my new favorite skill move on FC26 because the defenders actually fall for it compared to other skill moves. They had a chance to, a pretty decent one. I thought it was going to be 1-0 there, but Salzburg kept going, and they got past my defense quite easily, which was very annoying. 1-0 down, 82 minutes in. And well, even though I wanted to make a comeback, they decided, you know what, we're going to exploit this right-hand side once again and make a nice little turn right there, get the shot off the goalkeeper once again and score a second. It was pretty disappointing to see this type of performance from us, but at least in the 93rd minute, when the referee, again, should have blown the whistle, we go through with Arezzo and get a consolation goal. So, at the end of the day, we lose against Salzburg 2-1, which is quite upsetting if you ask me. But hey, you cannot win every single game, but you can win the League 2 trophy. 101 points. Lads, we have pulled it off. We're going up into EFL League 1. This is a huge one for us. This is just the beginning. Top scorer is... Oh, we're going up. Who's the top scorer? Please show me Arezzo. It is Arezzo. Let's go. And Gullikson is right up there too. Assists, Burgos, Gullikson, Wurmbrandt. Yes. And here's the starting 11. It's looking pretty good if you ask me, my friends. Hopefully we can make some great deals next season, but even if we don't, I think we can be quite strong in League 1 with this lineup. And these stats. Look at these four. They're insane. They gave us 14.5 million for the new season. There's a big talent over at Tromsø, and I want to sign him. His name is Abubakar Sedikinte, and this man is possibly going to be important for us down the line. We'll see how it goes. It's just an 18-year-old centre-back in real life that has gotten a nice little bump in potential lately. So I needed to go ahead and sign him for our team. 20 years old. He has 83 pace, 81 physicality at 6'1". I think that's a good signing. Now, when it comes down to actually improving this team with the budget that we have, it's kind of tough. So I'm kind of going to be relying or focusing on bringing in good backups into the squad now. An Icelandic talent is walking into the club right now, and it's an attacking midfielder in the name of Christian Hlinsson, who's joining us from Twente for 3.5 million as we speak. Now, he's a 73 rated backup to our another Nordic player, obviously, in Gullikson, but he comes in with some decent looking stats, dribbling being his best, no specific play styles, but someone that we can definitely build up. Lads, I just remembered something crucial. I've already used Arezzo in previous FIFAs. I really wanted to go ahead and bring in someone I haven't used before. So we're now cashing in big time on Arezzo by going ahead and selling him for 42.5 million. He's gone, but I have found a replacement already. And the new striker is a new number 9 for our squad in the name of Munteanu. This is a Romanian striker I have never used before. Luis Munteanu is now joining us for 16 million, which is nothing, considering that he's only like 1 rating off of Arezzo. 78 rated, he walks into the club right now. But look at the stats. 86 pace, 78 shooting, 6 foot tall, with the finesse shot, low driven shot, and the first touch. I think this guy could be incredible. So I'm extremely excited to welcome him into this squad. And obviously, we still have plenty of money to spend since selling our old striker. The man we're shaking hands with right now is a very talented player where a lot of people were surprised that he moved to Saudi. This is Atangana joining us right now. And obviously, Al Ahly is the side that we sign him from. This is a 77 rated CDM who's going to put up a fight against Aman right here. Aman, I appreciate you. I think you're class, but Atangana could be very special. 21 years old at this stage, 5'8", has the inventive playstyle as well. It's just a bit of competition. If you go past him again, Aman, I'll be very happy because you actually, on paper, do seem to have better stats, but he's higher rated as we speak, and that could push us up higher up the league table. I didn't have to play again this time around because what I expected happened. Rapid Wien at the top with 106 points. Only 2 losses. Top scorer in the league, Munteanu, 31 goal contributions there, or goals, I should say. And when it comes to assists, we do have Wurmbrandt and Tobio Burgos in there. Wurmbrandt, by the way, actually means burning worm. That means this team right here is going up into championship football. Munteanu, what a signing he has been. +6 upgrade this season alone. Gulliksen looks solid. Everyone above 18? No. Only Hwang Jae-won isn't past it, but he's only 25, so it's okay. Idle has gone up alongside the team quite nicely, which I do appreciate. Royal is currently the oldest player in our starting 11 at the age of 28, so I'm probably going to be upgrading in that position. Dragovic has gone up nicely as well. I absolutely love this team, you know. This is so much fun. And well, overall, he actually got 46 goal contributions, as Gulliksen comes in with 27 and Wurmbrandt comes in with 31. As we go up into the second highest division now, we're going to be facing teams like AZ Alkmaar. Most importantly, Al Nassr, who have insane amounts of money. We have Anderlecht, Boca Juniors, Celtic, Club Brugge, Dinamo Zagreb. Like, lads, when you look at these teams, you understand that from now on, yeah, this ain't fun anymore. It's all about winning. If we can, it's gonna be mad competitive. If I can be in the top half, actually, I'll be very happy. Remember I wanted top 10? Forget about it. Didn't work out. We got top 102 points for Rapid. This is absolutely insane. I didn't see this coming at all. I thought these teams would put up a bigger fight, especially because, you know, they have some big players in there. I don't know if Ronaldo's still playing, but let's check out the top scorers. Munteanu, 26 in 43 appearances. We have Gulliksen there once again. The original of the squad has been insane for us. But he assists. Burgos is up there alongside Gulliksen too. So that means this squad right here has made it up into Premier League football. And I'm telling you right now, my friends, it is an absolutely incredible team that we're looking at. We need to improve the bench, however. Okay, we have Aman, we have Gurgul, we have Linson, who looks solid. But we will have to make improvements, even maybe in the starting 11, especially in that centre-back position. I cannot wait to go up into the Premier League and play those best teams from the rest of the world. Well, we have been given 65 million for the new season. In he walks. Van den Bosch is the new centre-back of our team, my friends. A Belgian centre-back playing for Antwerp, which I believe was the team that Pacho came out of. The centre-back that plays for PSG, the one that has won the Champions League. He then moved to Eintracht Frankfurt and then to PSG, if I'm not mistaken. So Van den Bosch could be following that same route. Now, we did put our original centre-back into the deal. It cost us only like 6 million. This guy's 25 years old, has really good stats, 6'3", and long ball, intercept, press proven. This is a very interesting centre-back. I'm actually very happy to welcome him into this squad. Now, the question is, where do I spend money to improve this team? I just love the squad that we have built so far. So what I kind of want to do is just focus on the bench for now and bring in competition. To help us in this next stage of our footballing journey, we're signing Promise David. No, this is not Jonathan David's brother, I believe, but he is Canadian as well, and he plays for Union Saint-Gilloise, a team that has brought out a couple of very interesting players over the past couple of years, has become more and more popular, especially in Belgium with their performances. So, this guy comes in at the age of 27 now with good stats all around, 6'5", with 3 very interesting play styles. I think he's going to be an amazing substitute to Munteanu, so that is a big signing straight away. Now I want to bring in a right midfielder. This next one, my friends, is a right midfielder, Joao Costa, who currently plays for a Saudi club. We're signing him for 30.525, and he walks into the club at a rating of 80. That is a huge signing for us and a massive improvement for a team that wants to be competitive in Premier League football. He has 93 pace on him. He's left-footed. Costa. Is this Douglas Costa's? Douglas Costa is regen. You remember that guy? The one that played for Bayern Munich, the one that played for Juventus. He was incredible for a couple of seasons. He looked unstoppable. And this could be his regen. Finally, someone has stopped us. Rapid Wien finishes in the 9th position this season with 58 points. Don't worry, I'll be playing games soon again. But at the top of the league right now, we have Porto, followed by Gala, Benfica, Sporting. So the Portuguese teams are dominating as we speak. Ajax in the 5th position, Fener in 6th, Al Hilal. We have a lot of money in that 7th position. I thought the Saudis would completely take over here due to the budgets, but I guess not. Fener has done really well there. Besiktas in 8th, that is surprising to me. Club Brugge is down there in 11th, PSV in 14th, Feyenoord in 16th. Who's going down? Al Nassr is going down. I guess Ronaldo is not around to save him. Top scorer in the league, though. We do have Gullikson. Where is Monteanu? He has 16. Now, I gotta say, the team itself, it looks insane. And the fact that this squad right here has not been able to finish in the top 8 is insane. Like, I'm actually really looking forward to, you know, matching up against someone. Next season, I'll make sure to play against Porto because they have won the league. I want to know how their team looks like at this stage. And as we go up into like Champions League football, we'll start matching up with those top 5 league teams as well, which I'm really looking forward to. But generally speaking, next season should be a big one. So let's give our team the final instructions for this big matchup against Porto. And Porto obviously dominated last time around, but they were getting dominated. My favorite skill move on the run again, especially when you run down the wings. It works beautifully, by the way. But 17 minutes in, Gullikson, 1-2. He's through on goal, and he's just going to smash it. This guy is absolutely incredible. He might just be my favorite player in this team, performing extremely well no matter what situation. And that dance had to be shown. But our striker, I wanted to see what he can do. And look at that run from him. Monteanu coming in with the Van Persie-esque flying header. 32 minutes in, it's 2-0. And that is the end. Porto has been beaten. Rapid Wien has done it. 4th position in the league with 67 points as we speak, which means we qualified for Champions League football. At the top of the league, you can see the Portuguese teams are just absolutely dominating, and the Turkish and Dutch teams are struggling somewhat to break into there. Ajax nearly got relegated. Boca Juniors, AEK Athene, and Basel are going down. But seriously, it makes me wonder how good those teams are, because my team is just like insane. Honestly, lads, this squad is unbelievable. So the fact that we are not able to win the Premier League title kind of like worries me, I guess. But we get to play Champions League football now and play against other top teams, which I'm excited about. Somehow we did not qualify for Champions League football despite coming 4th, but we have made it to the Europa League finale, and that is against Juventus, and that game is gonna be a loss. A 5-4 loss on penalties. I genuinely thought we were about to win this. But at least we did win the Premier League title. 88 points on our team. Quite impressive. That definitely qualifies us for the Champions League this time. Top scorer, Monteanu. Assists, Burgos and Gullikson. Starting 11 looks unbelievable at this stage. Only 2 players below the 90. We're gonna win it all. We're just gonna do it. And Monteanu has 65 goal contributions this season. Burgos from left midfield has 49. Costa seems to have taken over the right midfield spot. That's interesting to see. Wurmbrand has lost his spot despite being higher rated. Costa has done incredibly well. The Premier League title? Well, it's been won again. 87 points, a huge gap this time over Sporting. Olympiacos pushes up into the top 4 as Porto drops down into the 5th position. Top scorer for this competition, once again, Munteanu. He has 37 goals in 38 games. This guy is insane. In terms of assists, Gullikson, let's go. The Community Shield belongs to PSV Eindhoven. We lost that one. FA Cup belongs to, it looks like, Benfica. Congrats. Carabao Cup goes to Club Brugge. You can tell it's a huge mix right now in this league. Anyone can beat anyone, and that's what I really like about it. But Champions League, that's where things kind of changed. We came in second in the league phase. In the round of 16, we started playing against those big teams in the knockout stages. And we beat Arsenal 5-3, who I, by the way, put into the rest of the world. All Premier League teams were in rest of the world. So, yeah, they made it through there. In the quarterfinals, we beat Liverpool 5-1. In the semi-finals, we got past Dortmund to now face Barcelona, who have beaten Athletic Bilbao. So this is the Champions League finale we have been waiting for. And their top scorer, well, it's Kai Havertz alongside Konrad Hada. Lamine Yamal is still part of the team. Lamine Yamal Nasraoui Ebana. Didn't know that, but he is Moroccan, so yeah, the rest of that name makes sense. For our team, well, 94 rated Munteanu. The boys at centre-back have not passed the 90 yet, but the entire squad, including Costa, looks insane, of course. Now, let's quickly go into the individual stats to finish things off here. 49-3, 23-17, 20-12. Costa has done well again. Now it's time to step onto the pitch one last time. And here we go, my friends. What do I expect from this game? I expect Barcelona to be quite the challenge. I expect my players to step up. It's the rest of the world that we are representing here, so we need to be doing well in this matchup. That wasn't good. Ledesma shoots, saved. Not even parried, just saved. Pedri's on the run. Pedri gets stopped. Sano. Burgos. Lovely pass over to Munteanu. Munteanu with the pace. Wow. He's passed everyone and he smacks it in on top. Munteanu is unstoppable. Thank God we saw that ESO. This guy has been unbelievable. Burgos. Sano gets stopped. Ledesma. Ooh, that slide tackle went absolutely nowhere. That tackle also didn't work. Ledesma wants to just pull it off by himself. I'm impressed, but you gotta pass the ball, buddy. Let me show you. Wurmbrandt, Gullikson, and off we go inside and through. Munteanu. That's team football. That is how you score goals, Barcelona. You can't just run through everyone. Munteanu gets 2 in the Champions League finale. He's gonna be up for that Ballon d'Or for sure. Sano, Gullikson, Wurmbrandt. Look at that pace. Look at that pace. He wants the same goal. Wurmbrandt, by the way, alongside Hedel, one of the originals, and also, of course, Gullikson. I love the fact that we have so many originals still part of this squad, man. I'm trying to catch up, but this is not easy. Pedri is just running through my entire team, but again, they don't pass the ball. I don't know what the hell is going on with Barcelona. They're not playing the Barca way. Anyways, let me show them how to do it. Look at that. Bang! It's 3. It's Gullikson. It's the original of Rapid Wien. He has done it. And with that, the trophy belongs to us for sure. Rapid Wien gets to lift the Champions League trophy in an incredible performance with 3 goals and none conceded, shutting down one of the giants of European football. That's what we can do. And now on top of the Champions League trophy, the Ballon d'Or belongs to Munteanu. And with that, we have pulled it off. The rest of the world has taken over football, and it was a ton of fun, I gotta say. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care and peace.